Smokey Robinson is the king of Motown. He's sung a long list of hit songs, and he's also written plenty for other artists. His voice brings in fans with his soulful ballads. He also has a charming personality that's helped him make friends and find lovers. Fans may know about his 2 marriages. What they may not know is what went on during them. Keep watching to learn why, at 84 years old, Smokey Robinson opens up about his affair. Falling in love with singing. William Smokey Robinson was born February 19, 1940. He wanted to be a singer from the age of 6. He would sing into a hairbrush like it was a microphone. He'd also soak up variety shows featuring singing and dancing. He knew he wanted to be on stage, but wasn't sure if he'd ever be able to. Fortunately, he was in good company. Diana Ross grew up 4 doors down the street, and Aretha Franklin lived around the corner. He also lived near Berry Gordy and groups like the Temptations and the Four Tops. Berry later became the founder of Motown Records. He signed Smokey as a singer and the leader of the group The Miracles. He became a record executive, songwriter, and producer. That didn't mean they always agreed. Berry rejected at least 100 of Smokey's songs, but he didn't stop trying. He was friends with another Motown singer, Jackie Wilson. He became a coach and a mentor, helping him become better and better. Smokey says the early days of Motown were energetic and competitive, but loving. Everyone at the label felt like a family. Not all of his songs came easily. He could write some of them on the piano in 25 minutes, but finishing 1979's Cruising took 5 years. He says the only difference is that no matter how long a song takes, it has to tell a story. Smokey took a break in the late 70s, but then came back to collaborate with other artists. He was surprised by how the record business changed in that time. He says music and songwriting will never die. The difference is he feels computers and online downloading have destroyed the record business. It's harder than ever for musicians to make money doing what they love. He speaks against those who believe the music business is only about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Playing music is the party to him. That's why he continues to do it and doesn't mind playing his famous hits over and over. Smokey's love life. Smokey has enough experience with love, for better or worse, to write plenty of hit songs about it. Let's talk first about Claudette Rogers. Claudette was born June 20th, 1942 in New Orleans. She's a talented artist in her own right. She was even the first woman signed under the Motown label, earning her the title the First Lady of Motown. Smokey and Claudette were married from 1959 to 86. They had 2 children, Barry and Tamla. Smokey also admitted in his biography, Smokey Inside My Life, that he had a son from an affair during their marriage named Trey. They divorced in 1986 but remained friends. Claudette received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2009. She's also an author who co-wrote Claudette's Miraculous Motown Adventure in 2019 to celebrate Motown's 60th anniversary. Frances Gladney. Smokey and Frances were married in 2002. She joined him on the red carpet at several events, including the 2006 Kennedy Center Honors and the 2011 American Music Awards. They also became business partners. They launched 2 skincare collections called The Get Ready and My Girl, named after 2 of Smokey's most popular songs. Smokey said he had dry skin due to his tour travels and golf hobby. No skincare products on the market could help him, so he and his wife decided to make their own. They're designed for anyone with pigmentation in their skin. The affair. Smokey recently revealed his year-long affair with childhood friend Diana Ross in an interview with The Guardian. He was married to Claudette Rogers at the time. She was married to Robert Ellis Silberstein Jr. from 1971 to 77 and Arnie Ness Jr. from 1985 to 2000. They were working together as the future star was trying to launch her career. He helped her band, The Supremes, get signed after the head of Motown thought they were old enough. In his words, quote, "I wasn't going after her and she wasn't going after me. It just happened." Their relationship went on until Diana said she couldn't keep up the affair any longer. She was friends with Claudette and believed Smokey still loved his wife. He said that he did, but believes you can love more than one person at the same time. Smokey considers her a beautiful lady and cares about her to this day. He believes their relationship taught him how deep and complex love can be. Learning about his past. Smokey Robinson was close to his mother but lost her when he was 10. It was a tragic event and he said, quote, "The world stopped. He was raised by his maternal grandmother Flossie, but never knew much about his family history. He never even met his maternal grandfather. The show, Who Do You Think You Are?, allowed him to dig deeper. He began with a trip to the Richard J. Riordan Central Library in Los Angeles. Genealogist Joseph Shumway helped him find his mother's death certificate. It helped him discover his grandfather's name, Benjamin Smith. That led to a search through the 1910 census. His grandmother was listed as married, but no sign of Benjamin existed. He traveled to the Shelby County Archives in Tennessee to clear up the mystery. That's where he met Beverly G. Bond, Ph.D. He had found court documents where Benjamin sued Flossie for divorce in 1914, claiming she'd been absent for 2 years. Further confusion came when the 1900 census showed him married to another woman. She sued him in 1902 because he, quote, spends his time and earnings with women of ill repute. Benjamin may have had Smokey's propensity for women, but he also had a surprising profession. He was a popular preacher who traveled around the country establishing churches, including one that's still in operation today. He was even alive when Smokey was a teenager. There was no information on his parents, so the journey down the history of the Smith family ended. Smokey then began searching for information about his grandmother's parents, Adam and Sarah Warr. He found the Warr family living in Fayette, Tennessee, with others sharing the same last name. They discovered James Warr, a wealthy white man who owned Adam as a slave. There were deeper discoveries, too. James sought compensation for damage after the war, and Adam spoke on his behalf. The former slave also worked to better himself after he was freed, becoming a farmer and educating 3 of his children. Smokey ended the episode by standing on the land his great-grandfather worked on. He was overcome with joy at the discovery and marveled at how his ancestors' work brought him to where he is today. A recent health scare. Smokey recently had a major scare with COVID-19. Being able to look back on it lets him see how severe it was. He nearly died in a Los Angeles hospital. He had to stay there for 11 days, and he barely remembers 4 or 5 of them. His ailment temporarily took his voice. He could barely talk and was afraid to sing. He called it, quote, one of the most frightening fights I've ever had. What helped him survive? His devotion to staying fit. He's increased his workout routine to prevent future health issues. He also had to work to get the condition of his voice back to where it was. He doesn't want anything to take his ability to do what he loves. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite song from Smokey Robinson? Let us know in the comments section below.